5:40 is the time. This Army veteran is now a stay-at-home dad. He has 3 Purple Hearts from his deployments overseas fighting for our country. Meet Mitchell Burns.
Before he enlisted in the Army, Mitchell Burns says he had his papers signed to join the Navy.
And it was like a week before I was actually going to leave to go to Navy Basics when my brother called and he was like, hey, I just got fired, so let's go join the Army.
So they did.
My life was spiraling and I didn't like the way it was going.
Burns says it was a double-edged sword serving alongside his blood brother.
We were the Burns Bash brothers, and that's how people knew us, because we were short, but we liked to fight. Anybody needed something done, they called us. We went and took care of it.
Burns says his brother was mainly a home to turn to.
The other side of that is, if I hear on the radio Alpha Company's taking contact, there's KIAs or there's WIAs or something like that, now my immediate mind is, oh my God, is that my brother?
Burns deployed a total of 5 times, once to Korea, 2 tours to Iraq following 9/11.
Crews or the Tomahawk missiles go over your head, and then as soon as our commander got that call on the radio and they're like, hey, let's go. That heart starts beating, those rippets start hitting you, and you throw that mask on, it's time to go.
Burns says staying alert meant staying alive, which sometimes was cut close.
Boom, it went off, and when it went off, it's just the black smoke everywhere. And then it was again, I heard boom, boom, then da 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 da.
Burns received 3 Purple Hearts while overseas.
Apparently, when I was getting in my truck, I took a round to my back and I hit my head off the tip of the door and it cut my eye open and I went out.
Still living with shrapnel under the skin of his neck from a blast he endured in a Humvee.
Now when I run or walk too far, my throat will swell up and it's hard to breathe, it's hard to swallow.
And even then, Burns deployed another 2 more times to work in Afghanistan. This time off the battlefield, monitoring the area of operation.
All the stuff, people didn't do, died, didn't die, wounded. Any little aspect of information, I was there, I knew it, because I was the battle captain at the time.
Burns later retired from the Army and transitioned into being a full-time stay-at-home dad. A first-time experience Burns says he missed out on with his older kids.
It ain't a perfect house, it ain't a perfect life, but I'm happy. I'm happy as hell where I'm at, so I'm alive too. I've got all my babies.
Burns says he does seek out help for any stressors he faces.
I've been to therapy. I go to counseling. I go to a therapist. I have a dude I can call right now. He's a therapist and he will answer.
But he's grateful for his wife, or as he calls it, his rocket home.
I wake up sometimes and there's triggers where I'll smell something and I'll float. My mind will float and I'll be off. She knows. She can tell when it's happening. And like I said, she's there for me.
Mitchell Burns, thank you for your service.
To nominate a veteran like Mitchell Burns to be featured in our Thank You for Your Service series, head to WSPA.com.